Library car. Alright. All this stuff's getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need. Sorry, so I was looking at something. Everyone's favorite journalist reporter, Amy Rose, is hot on the scoop. I'm heading out. You've been fabulously helpful. Why is she just leaving now as we're getting here, though? Is my question. Already, before you go, Espio and I wanted to give you your presents. My presents? You're both too sweet. Thank you. Vector, it seems we have more guests. Amy, there you are. Want to join us in finding clues? Flattered, but the pace you two are going, Sonic's murderer will never get found. Wow! God damn! Amy just cutting straight to the point. Oh, she's confident. She must have something up her sleeve. This tip is just too juicy to ignore. I'll see you all around. Don't worry, Sonic. I'll be the one to avenge you, and quick. But how are you going to leave? The door to the next car is locked. Oh, you doubt the birthday girl? Oh, that's right. She has the key to unlock everything. The birthday girl has the master key. Right. The birthday girl gets the birthday key. Of course, it's a birthday privilege. Drink every time they say the word birthday. Solve this case before anyone else. Bye. Amy may be hasty, but she's thorough. Now, what are you two doing? Looking mighty suspicious, I say. I'm the detective, so I can't be the murderer. And I'm, here to ask if everyone's hungry. Starved. I'd kill for a chicken parmesan right about now. Maybe kill isn't the right language to use right now. True. I'm Vector, the butcher. I'm licensed to handle raw meat. I'm Espio, the poet. Poetry. A resonant message from poet to reader meant to challenge our... wow, excuse me. Delicate perspectives with the most rhythmic of prose. Can I hear some? Sure. Teardrops in the spring. Can you hear me sing la 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 dee 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 dee? Tails, not impressed. I think that's gonna have to be like a profile picture or something, or just like an emote or something. I think I'm gonna have to like make one for sure. Unimpressed Tails. Was that it? I have more if you like. Cherry blossoms in the spring. I'm satisfied for now, thanks. At least he's rhyming, I suppose. CPat and I are here to establish both of your alibis. Can you walk us through what happened after Amy had everyone leave the dining car? Oh, for sure, it's simple. We just explained this to Amy, actually. So we're in the library car now, so we're already halfway through this, I guess? When we were all sent off, Rouge, Blaze, Shadow, and Sonic all passed through this library car, where Amy told me and Espio to stay. I promptly picked a book off the shelf and made myself comfortable. Vector got bored, so he left to see what Knuckles was up to in the saloon car. Yep. Where was Rouge? We happened to see her lipstick stain on a cup at the saloon car. Rouge came over to the library car, seemingly looking for something. Then she went to search the saloon car. She came back shortly after we heard her shout, "No way!" at the brochure stand over there. But she left back to the casino car before Shadow came through and locked the door. I wonder what she found. She's obviously been on the hunt for something. After Rouge left, Shadow walked through the casino car, then entered the library car and locked the door behind him. More importantly, why has Shadow been locking doors? That's actually a good question. Shadow walked through the library car to the saloon car where Knuckles and I were playing games. He insisted on showing us up at Super Monkey Ball. I got so engrossed by the rolling monkey action, I hardly noticed when Shadow left the saloon car. It's because you beat him at the game. I guess he walked through the library car to the casino. Jesus, this is very descriptive. Casino car, again locking the door behind him. Then returned. I'm not going to remember any of this. Then returned to the lounge car where he was meant to be stationed. When Vector came back, we realized Knuckles locked the door to the saloon car. We were stuck in the library car. So when the train sped up, we were worried about the bookshelves falling on us, but we got through it all right. We sat trapped here until Amy arrived asking questions. She's the one that told us that someone murdered Sonic. And yeah, that's all that happened. With all these locked doors, it seems Vector or Espio couldn't have left the library car or the saloon car. Thank you both for your cooperation. We're just going to peek around and we'll return with any questions. If you return with any meat, I'll chop it up for you. And if you'd like to be serenaded with a poem, I've got you covered too. Thanks, guys. Their alibis seem solid enough, but we should still search for clues. What we're looking for is any evidence that proves what they're saying is true. We need to confirm Vector's reason for leaving his post and determine if Espio is actually in the library car reading. Small task, but we can do it. Let's get to the bottom of this, Tails. Absolutely. All right, what do we have available to us here? That's the next door. That's the AI hand. What if it's the AI hand? Bookshelf. Wow, I wish I could stop and look at all these books, but Sonic needs me. No time to rest. All right, let's move on then. Well, I mean, a little peek wouldn't hurt. He's scavenging through all the book titles excitedly. He looks like a kid in a candy shop, or in this case, a genius in a train library. That's odd. I know some books have fallen out on the floor and everything, but every book on these shelves is in alphabetical order, but this one. The Mirage Express Manual? Interesting that that's left out. So here's a guide to the Mirage Express, the train we're currently on. Do you think someone found it on the ground and put it back? Maybe, but it is interesting. Let's make a note of this. Mirage Express manuals are added to your inventory. What's this bright red book? Oh, yuck, this reeks of the evil scientist, Dr. Eggman. Yep, this is Dr. Eggman's autobiography and recipe book. What the fuck? Why are they combined? What kind of recipes? Who cares? I wouldn't trust any book he's written. It's weird that this is even here. Disinterested Tales is like my favorite persona right now. Maybe people just appreciate an omelet. You may not be wrong. Fancy a poem? Can I get a poem about space? I've made it up to space with my beloved antique vase, but a mistake in my haste dropped the vase from my embrace, so my antique I must now replace. That's actually a good one. What caused you to drop the vase? Don't read too deeply, it's just a poem. He hasn't thought it through though, has he? I don't think we have enough evidence yet. Why don't you look around a little bit more? True. A globe of our marvelous planet. I haven't traveled around much. The islands are fun and all, but I'd love to visit some of the countries. They're a lot of fun, honestly. Plenty of wonderful people and shops. The food can't be beat either. Sounds perfect for a vacation. The conductor was talking about Spagonia. If you've ever been there. I have, actually. If you've ever, if you're ever visiting, be sure to stop at the university and say hi to Professor Pickle. He'll tell you everything about the area and make one scrumptious sandwich. I'll keep that in mind, thank you. This group knows everyone and has been everywhere, haven't they? Very, very jealous. There's nothing here. Lol. You said there was nothing in the trash bin? No, I'm all right. I'm sure there'll be something hidden in the next trash bin we find. I love that they're just continuing this bit. There's just nothing in the trash can. You think there'll be one in the next one? Yeah, we just gotta stay optimistic. Yeah, okay, these trash bins hide a secret, I'm sure of it. You're pretty unconventional, but I like that. Was that supposed to be a compliment? Let's take a pause and sit for a second. These chairs are very comfy, so plush, puts me right in the mood to read. Makes me want to take a nap, personally. In fact, maybe I'll rest my eyes a bit. CPat, no, don't fall asleep. There's been a murder, remember? True. I've had a ring for every time a murderer ruined my nap time. Oh, poor thing, that arm is really struggling cleaning up this car. To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean up all this mess either. Let's just leave it alone to do its thing. Yeah, probably for the best. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything else. We'll go over to this side. Fallen books. So many books on the ground, I wish we had time to pick them all up. I sadly have no interest in picking up these books. A lot of these were knocked out by the train speeding up, but Rouge pulled a lot of these out too, searching for something. What reckless behavior. I feel sorry for the poor books. The spines are creasing, they're opening too far. This kid feels empathy for everything. Oh, brochures! This is what they were talking about earlier when Rouge apparently went crazy for it. There are travel destination ideas here like amusement parks, caverns, hotels, restaurants. Oh! See, look at this. There's a couple maps here. Seems to be a map of the library car. The books are categorized by genre, which are listed here. I love a good overhead map. Let's take it. We got a library map now. Should we take this brochure about a cave too? Look, there's stalactites. Nah, leave it. Oh yeah, that's fair. Nobody shares my fondness for caves. A chow hangs precariously from a tree branch. The large text below reads, "Hang in there." Fun little twist on the meme. Wow, I really needed to see this. Oh, poor little Tails. Got a little anxiety, a little depression. This little chaos is hanging in there, refusing to use his wings to fly to safety because choosing the hard way is often the most rewarding. That's beautiful. If this Chow can stick to his principles and find strength, then I can too. There's no way there was that much thought put into this poster. I kind of agree. I think Tails is reading a little bit into it, but you know. Right? Okay, we got that. We cleaned up all this. Did you bring any meat to chop? I may be a butcher, but they confiscated my meat cleaver before getting on the train. You actually tried to bring a knife on the train? I'm a man of authenticity, Tails. Without a knife, I'm just a chef in a ketchup-stained apron, not a butcher. I think if you had a knife on you, we'd definitely think you were the murderer. True. But what if I hid the knife? You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this line of thought. Vector's turning very psychotic very quickly. Okay, never mind. Oh, goddamn, I just did it again. Oh, yes, please, I'm starved. Actually, I'm off duty at the moment. The murder mystery is more important. Then why would you show the menu to me? Why would you tease him like that? Actually, that's a good point. I just... here, I thought I could trust you. You made a fool of me. Look, you made him a fool. Come on, CPat, smooth this over. No, I'm the fool. Yeah! Pff, wow! Okay. Okay. I smooth things over, but at what cost? True. Shadow supposedly walked through the library car before going into the saloon car. It's unlocked. Shadow left the library car. He locked this door on his way out. There's gotta be a reason he's doing this. Should we make a note of it? Yeah, I do believe we should. Shadow's lock is added to your inventory. I think we found enough clues. Let's go interrogate Vector and Espio to find out what really happened. Fancy a poem? So, the two of you don't believe us, eh? It's not that I don't trust either of you, but I wouldn't be a proper detective without examining the validity of your alibis. CPat and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if Espio really was reading in the library car. Vector, we'll start with you. Why did you leave the library car to visit Knuckles? We've prepared to present evidence if need... Oh, that's easy. I got bored. What? I wasn't entertaining him enough, it seems. Vector enjoys being social. Plus, we were instructed to mingle. I remembered the arcade machine in the saloon car, so I figured I'd go check it out. Seems to line up with the information we gathered with Knuckles. Then that brings to our attention you, Espio. Rouge entered the library car, found something, then left. You said you immediately started reading, but you were actually reading the entire time you were in the library car? Of course he was. Once Espio starts reading, he doesn't stop till it's done. I've seen that happen. He must have been a good read. What was the book? Espio doesn't owe you that, detective. Let the man live. What if it was embarrassing? Espio's over here reading hentai. What kind of things do you think I read? If you won't talk, I have a hunch on what book it might be. CPat, can you help me out? Alright, what book do we think Espio might have been reading? A manual? I think Espio was reading instructions? What argument could you possibly have to support this? Time to think. No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, fuck. Yo, what's up, Squirrel? Hello. How you doing? Happy Sunday. It's called hentai and it's art. True. Hello, Squirrel. How you doing? Just doing a little variety today, so we'll play some other stuff later, but wanted to... Oh. Okay. Right now we're playing the Sonic game that came out on Steam. Oh my god, there's a fucking ninja star. What the fuck was that? Oh god, oh god. Nice, I got it. Just woke up from a nap, which was nice to actually get. Hope your Sunday has been good. Dude, I feel that. I did not sleep at all yesterday, so which is why I didn't stream. I woke up at midnight and never went back to bed, pretty much. So, I got sleep tonight, like, you know, today, and feeling much better. So, but yeah, Sunday's not bad. Sunday's not bad. Got sleep, woke up, got some Starbucks, real quick, and just decided to play this free ass game that they added to Steam. So. It's actually kind of an entertaining game so far. I did not realize there was like a murder mystery. Like inside the game, it's an actual murder mystery. Or I mean, like they're attending a murder mystery, so it's like them playing a murder mystery inside a murder. Like it's a very fun game so far. But yeah, right now Tails is the detective. I'm his sidekick. And so we're interrogating people. There are books scattered around the floor, sure, but the remaining books on the shelves were all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning someone at the very least picked the manual up and put it in the correct place. Espio got caught. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, Espio, especially for a poet. Hey now, I won't have you insulting my pal like this. Calm down, Vector. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself. Apologies, Espio. A butcher and a poet. Friendship can form anywhere. Also, this disinterested Tails, or like this sighing Tails, is my favorite thing in this game so far. I almost want it as an emote, to be honest. That is indeed the book I was reading, the Mirage Express Manual. Trains are cool. Never took Espio for a train enthusiast. In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual, CPat, if you don't mind. But yeah, everybody, again, I will be playing some war games and stuff today, so I might play like a little bit of everything. Might do a little Elden Ring, little Apex, little Tarkov, maybe some other stuff too. We'll see what happens. For right now, we're playing this game. In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual, if you don't mind. Could you ask Espio some questions about the manual? Just flip to a page and ask away. Which page should I quiz him on? How about page 14? Okay, what efficient, extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. That's an easy one. That's kind of an easy one. You wouldn't even have to read the manual for that one. Trains go choo-choo. I wish we had heard like more train like background in here, but I guess we probably are stopped right now in order to do this. During events, they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. Remember the conductor saying the train can clean itself. True, but why didn't the train clean itself while we were locked away in that closet? That's my question. Maybe that part of the train just doesn't have access to a robotic arm. I have a feeling the train company just didn't want to hire any janitors. It's also possibly true. Robotic arms can detect weapons or explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring passenger safety. Seems like Espio aced that question. Hit him with another one. 231. What is the Mirage Express's cancellation policy? No refunds and you will be charged a no-show fee. This does not apply if you are over the age of 65. Gee, the person who made this rule must have been over 65. Last one, CPAT. Let's see if Espio can answer 3 for 3. Which page should I pick last? 402. What was implemented to support the conductor duties and ease general train obligations? An intelligent data processing system. It works in They read this whole goddamn thing in the amount of time in an hour? I don't believe you. It works in tandem with the conductor to assure smooth travel for guests. I remember this train has an autopilot, but it can't access its full suite of capabilities with the conductor present. Now, did I pass your little test? Yes. Totally, it's while you were able to retain all this information so quickly. They must have like a photographic memory or something. A poet's brain is often surprising. I don't know if I'd be bragging about that. You've clearly read the manual. Those answers feel far too specific. What if they read the manual before they got on the train, though? That is my question. Could be possible. I doubt it, but could be possible. Yeah, those answers were definitely way too specific to be guesses. And if you both had the nerve to question my buddy like that, don't we want to be supporting folks who read? Or just baffle them with bullshit? Could be true. Yeah, true. You have to admit, though, reading the entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if true. Yeah, because like there's like barely been any time that's passed. It's like been like an hour and a half maybe. But he answered all my questions so calmly, so that's very impressive. You know, I understand everyone's cautious attitudes. Vector was the only one to see me reading after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate despite being the truth. Well, you definitely read through the manual, so I suppose we could... Espio, is that true? Vector was the only one to see you reading? Tails fucking leapt on that shit. Tails was like immediately like, yes, that's correct. Problem? Frankly, I don't believe that can be true, and we have evidence to back it up. CPat? He always puts me on the spot. We should have a piece of evidence linked to someone who also saw Espio reading, but what? Would it be the Sonic lock? Shadow's lock? Please pray tell what this has to do with anything. I guess that means Shadow would have seen you then. We're up, let's get our argument together. Oh, here we go. So this is like our mini game too. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. No! Fuck. I'm so bad about this. At least I passed it. That was the best one I've done so far, to be honest. Shadow walked through the library car to get to the saloon car, where he set the original high score on the arcade machine. Also, I'm gonna have to get another, like, cough drop here. This is a lot of reading. Where he set the original high score on the arcade machine. Yeah, but I ended up beating it, and it wasn't the high score long. Crocs are natural gamers. Espio said he saw Shadow enter the library car, but he's mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentions that Vector came back. When Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, Espio was fully seated reading his book for a good while at this point. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library car when he left the saloon car, so there's absolutely no way Shadow and Espio didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. I mean, it was a simple slip-up. I was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. I'm gonna call Cap on that. You're telling me the sound of doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? Well, you see, I can sense Espio's desperation here. Defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy. Also, he looks fucking panicked as shit. So if you didn't see Shadow walking through with the cars, at that moment, were you really in the library car at all? But how would Espio leave? Shadow locked all the doors and no one saw Espio in the saloon car. It's a mystery, my dear CPat, that I would love for Espio to solve. You gotta believe me. That cool demeanor is vanishing. I was so involved in my book, I didn't notice Shadow pass back through the library car, honest. When Vector returned, he even had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention. Yeah, I think I remember doing that. I must avenge my friend's death, so I'll ask you again, Espio. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library car? I didn't. Why doesn't this seem right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Was Espio simply reading, or did he somehow vanish to not notice Shadow's return to the library car? What should I do? Something is amiss, but at the same time, I'm like, I'll join Tails in his like little thing right now. No, I can't interrupt Tails while he's onto something. I'll let him continue this line of questioning. And CPat, my favorite and beloved employee. He never said this. Please protect the passengers aboard this train. This must be taken care of. If you fail, the lawsuits will be torturous. Don't allow such an old, feeble soul to get sued. I think it's telling me not to. Okay, so now I'm defending Espio. We have a piece of evidence that can answer all of our problems. All right, my fellow associate, lay it down on me. What piece of evidence shows Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another? The overhead map, actually, yeah. All right, now let's get my thoughts in order. I was actually thinking about like that. I thought that was gonna come up a little bit sooner. No! I fucking suck. Oh god. Jesus Christ. I don't know how I'm so bad at this. I used to play this, you know, Sonic games all the time. I think it's just like this overhead angle. It's like so fucking... The overhead angle is like so deceiving. Yeah, the isometric angle would take getting used to again. For sure, for sure. Yeah, this overhead angle is like very like Mega Man Battle Network. But like, yeah, it's a weird one for sure. The library map, oh, I see. See the exits? They're right across from one another, a straight path. They are in a straight path, but the angles on this are not. This wasn't the OG Sonic Pinball like this, and it wasn't good. Oh, really? I don't think I've played, did I play the Sonic OG Pinball? I don't remember. If I did, that was a long time ago. They're right across from another straight path. If Shadow walked down the straight path, there's a way Espio and Shadow couldn't have seen each other. Looks like you'll have to point out where exactly on the map you mean. Where could Espio have been for Shadow to not see him? Well, if he's walking through... Would be right here? Walking through in a straight path. Oh. Not quite. He's walking... Where would Espio have been seated? Okay, I'm fully guessing at this point. I don't really know. That desk is huge. I'm sure Shadow would have seen Espio if he was there. Shadow did not see Espio. He's walking through the library car. Where would Espio have been seated? Ugh, the fuck? I'm so confused. Aren't these the bookshelves, though? Maybe it's a shelf, then. That's a bookcase. I think Shadow would have noticed if Espio was climbing one of those while he walked through the library car. Shoot, for Shadow to not see Espio as he walked through the library car, where would Espio have been seated? I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. I'm just clicking on everything at this point. I really don't know the answer to this. Haven't I clicked on literally everything at this point? I'm so lost. Oh, okay. What the fuck? Interesting. That's where I was sitting reading my book. I can second this. When I returned from the saloon car, Espio was in the same spot. That confirms it then. You see, Shadow and Espio... I totally don't know how I didn't realize that either. You see, Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another from this spot, because the bookcase is in the way. There's no... I guess I didn't realize that was a bookcase. That's probably the why I was so stumped. There's no way Shadow could have seen Espio or vice versa. Makes a lot of sense why you never mentioned Shadow's return, Espio. There's just no way you could have seen him. And apparently just didn't hear him either. I apologize for losing my cool back there. I feel like I was grasping despite telling the truth. But I'm glad you all believe me now. Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. Thank you both for answering all our questions. We did it! Another pair of alibis validated. So that doesn't leave a lot of people left, to be honest. It leaves Shadow, it leaves Rouge, and Amy's still elusive, but she's if we're going by the actual rules of the game, according to her, then it's not her. So it leaves those two, and then I feel like I'm leaving someone out. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna crash here for a bit. I think there's one more person, but I'm not sure. The chairs are so comfy. Likewise, I could use a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done. I have plenty of questions for Rouge, and especially Shadow. Oh, it seems the door to the next car is open. Amy must have kept it open when she passed through earlier. And that's our cue to leave. See you later, Vector and Espio. Give him heck. If you need any meat chopped up, say the word. Dude, meat right now sounds so good. I want some Hawaiian barbecue. I'll keep my poetry sharp for you both. I might honestly order some Hawaiian barbecue. In a little bit. Murder is on the loose, while doors keep getting locked. Tick-tock goes the clock, while our heroes are in the caboose. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident in our detective abilities. We're really doing this. Come on, CPat, let's see what's next. Coming. You sure you don't want to stay and look at all the great books a little longer? I fucking love, like, this little, like, look that Tails is giving us. The mystery calls. Okay, the investigation continues.